Okay, so a few days ago, I made a video talking about how, as a show, Batman Caped Crusader did not have any female villains that were like actually bad. Natalia Knight is a young girl with a strange health condition. Harley Quinn was giving money to charities. The Penguin was actually keeping Rupert Thorne in check. And Catwoman is, Catwoman. So apparently two of Caped Crusader's producers, Bruce Timm and James Tucker, had actually already addressed this issue about a week before I completed and posted my video. In an interview with Timm, it says here that he shared that they came up with the idea being gender swapping the Penguin when they realized that there's a lack of good female villains in the Batman universe. And by good, I believe they mean pure evil. There's also a quote from Timm where he says, "Fellow executive producer James Tucker and I were talking about the overview of the show. This was long before the show was made, obviously, and we said one of the problems with Batman as he is there's a lack of good villains. Again, the word is evil because the fact that a villain has the tragic backstory or legit motivation does not automatically make them bad." Well, he continues to say, "You've got Catwoman, you've got Poison Ivy, you've got Harley Quinn, but it would be really good to have more female villains." And off the top of my head, I said we never really could figure out exactly what to do with the Penguin, what the gimmick of the Penguin would be. What if we gender flip the Penguin? James Tucker, who worked on the show's animation, then explains how the idea of a female penguin really got him hyped and he immediately started drawing. Here's a quick fun fact before I continue. If you thought the animation style of Batman Caped Crusader looked a bit similar to that of Batman the Brave and the Bold, it's because James Tucker, who worked on this show's animation, is the creator, producer and lead animator of Brave and the Bold. That's why both shows have this kind of like square or cubey character designs. Also, Diedrich Bader, who voices Harvey Dent in Caped Crusader, is also the voice of Batman in The Brave and the Bold.
You give me an arrest, and I can put on a hell of a trial. Make us both look good.
Just remember, this will get you out of a lot more jams than this.
Well, anyway, so this little interview sort of covered some of the points I brought up in my previous video, especially about how the show did not have any real female villains. Apparently it was something they too had thought about, and it's also what led them to gender flip the Penguin. And yes, when you compare her to the other ones, the Penguin is definitely the most evil and ruthless female villain in the show, because she did some crazy shit like launching missiles at Gotham and even deleting her own son in the worst way imaginable. But I also spoke about how at the end of her episode after her arrest, they still tried to justify her presence as a mob boss in the city.
Penguin was keeping Thorne's mob in check by taking down her operation in one fell swoop.
You've just given another piece of the city to Rupert Thorne.
I failed tonight. That can't happen again.
So if the point was to gender flip the Penguin and turn her into an absolute monster, why give her a sort of redeeming quality at the very end? It makes no sense. Well, that aside, I still agree that the female Penguin is menacing, albeit a whole lot less repulsive compared to her male versions. Yeah, so I just wanted to make this video because at the very least, now I know that even the show's producers acknowledge the issue that I had with Caped Crusader. The female villains in this show are not villains in the true nature of the term. Maybe anti-villains, but definitely not villains. Anyway, that's about it. Stay safe, everyone.